What if AI models could show their work? Most neural networks today are like black boxes. They give us answers, but we cannot see how they arrived at them. Imagine billions and billions of neurons all connected to each other in a tangled web where each neuron does multiple jobs at once. This makes it nearly impossible to understand why a model makes certain decisions. On your screen, you can see a new model from OpenAI. This new sparse circuit approach flips this on its head. Instead of letting every neuron connect to thousands of other dense networks or neurons, they trained models where each neuron only connects to a few dozen, which is sparse network. Think of it like the difference between a messy room where everything is piled together versus a well organized filing cabinet where each item has its specific place. The key innovation is forced sparsity, and I will tell you all about it. This is Fahad Mirza, and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. Now, we are going to install this circuit sparsity model from OpenAI, and I will also be showing you a hands-on example as how exactly this thing works. But more importantly, it is extremely important to understand what is happening behind the scene. And this is not the first time any company has attempted it. As you can see, around 7 months ago, Anthropic released Circuit Tracer, which was again some sort of open tool, but that was more geared towards AI safety. Now, OpenAI has broadened the scope here with this circuit sparsity. And as I said, the main innovation here is forced sparsity, which means setting most of the model's internal connections to zero. In a normal language model, information flows through dense layers where thousands and thousands of connections activate at the same time. But in these sparse models, the researchers constrained the network to use only very specific pathways, creating what they call circuits, small, traceable routes that perform distinct tasks. For example, they found a circuit that handles Python string codes. It detects whether a string started with a single or double quote, remembers this information across the code, and then predicts the correct closing quote. You can actually trace the 5 channels and 2 neurons responsible for this behavior, something that would be impossible in a dense network. Now, if you look at this diagram, this also gives you a bit of a comparison, I would say. And then there is another diagram which I will show you later that is even show you the whole example circuit. But if you look at this diagram, you know what, you can have neurons connected to every other neuron in the next layer, as you also saw in this diagram. And this is how you are creating a sort of web of thousands of connections. While, as you can see on the right hand side, the sparse network have each neuron connecting to just a handful of others, which dramatically simplifies the structure. Now, the capability interpretability plot shows the trade-off. As you increase the sparsity, more zeros in the weight, the model becomes easier to interpret, but slightly less capable. Now, this is a circuit example as I was showing. Let me make it a bit bigger. My apologies, it's in the way they have given it. I'll just try to see if I can. It is not increasing, and if I just open this image here, it loses a bit of its formatting. This is how they have given this SVG file. Let's try to do this. Okay. Now, let's try to understand it in very simple example. This shows the actual mechanics. This shows how just 5 residual channels, 2 MLP neurons, and specific attention heads work together to solve the quote matching task, with each connection labeled by its weight and function. This level of transparency, where you can literally see which parts of the model are responsible for which behavior. I think this is what makes sparse models a breakthrough for AI interpretability. Really, really good stuff. Now, I think enough theory. And my apologies if you got bored, but this was important to understand before we could do the hands-on demo. So I'm using this Ubuntu system. I have this GPU card, which is NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Let me create a virtual environment. And if you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Mast Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPU. So please do check them out. Let me install all the prerequisites. All you need is torch and transformer. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook. And now let me show you the example code. Now what I'm doing here, I am importing the libraries, then I'm loading this sparse model, the circuit model, which and the tokenizer from Hugging Face, and then moving it to my GPU. If you don't have GPU, don't worry, it's not a big model. And then I'm feeding a Python code prompt, which is simply a function that calculates the sum of squares and calls it 1, 2, 3 into the model as tokenized input. That's it. And then it generates up to around 64 new tokens as continuation of the code using some hyperparameters, and then prints both the original prompt and the model's generated completion. So let me run this, and the model is being downloaded. And there you go, the model has given the output. Let me explain the output. So first, as you can see that we are loading the model, of course, from the OpenAI's research, and they have given this CSP YOLO2 model, which is simply a 419 million parameter sparse transformer. And it is running on our GPU, but you can easily run it on CPU. It just consumes 2 GB of VRAM even under it. So, but what makes this model special is that unlike regular dense models where every neuron connects to thousands of other, this sparse model has most of its weight set to 0. This means that each neuron only connects to a handful of others, as we saw earlier, making the model's internal logic traceable and understandable. And that's the whole point of circuit sparsity. And then we just gave it a simple Python function that calculates the sum of square of numbers in a list, and we call it 1, 2, 3. Now you can see that what model did here, it understood the pattern and generated more test cases. It created additional function calls with different inputs like 1, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3. This is exactly what you would do when writing unit test in real code. Then it even, as you can see, started a new line of code with import random and with a lot of other mumbo jumbo, which it is doing here. So this 419 meg parameter sparse model can generate coherent Python code while maintaining interpretable internal circuits, meaning we can actually trace how it makes these decisions, unlike black box dense model. So I think this actually has taken it to new level. Really, really good stuff by OpenAI. I'm more than sure this is going to introduce more and more transparency around the internal workings of these models and all this, fear about, AGI and models taking over the world. I think as long as we understand what is happening under the hood, we should be fine. Let me know what do you think. Please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X. Thank you for all the support.